On already, great guys. So let's start our how does it feel to write your resume, by the way, that you've written your resume? And most of you have done it before, but
It was good. Like I thought, it's hard to get. Like it looks very good right now. Yeah. After
you
doing
have
this,
I'm wonderful. Anyone else would like to add?
I feel fulfilled. I'm fulfilled.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys had a chance to put it together, and you actually did it with a little bit of my help. But you
Yeah.
actually did it. So that must be something that you achieved. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So today, we're going to do cover letters and some marketing letters. And I'm going to give you some examples of cover letters. And you're going to write your cover letter. Of course, I'm here to help you along. Alrighty? But let me just take you through this one resume quiz that we have. I'm sharing with you. Can you see my screen?
yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. So what do you think? Number one, you can have more than one resume. Is that true or false?
it's true. Like we can adjust based on the company we are applying for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have as many as you want, but they got to be job specific, right?
Yes.
Specific to the job. Perfect. What about number two?
Resume is only.
The resume is only about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, about me. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about the person applying and about the company as well. Like little bit.
Right. It's about me. It's
about
resume. Remember,
Only
it's about your skills and all the good stuff that you
Yeah.
bring along,
My
right?
experience.
It's about me.
Okay.
And all right, the next one. Employers spend about 2 minutes reading a resume.
30 seconds.
No.
Yeah. You guys got that one? Yep.
Yes. Sometimes they don't even read.
True, Omalara. Sometimes I don't even read, right? But that's only 30 seconds. Number four. Is it acceptable to have a typo on your resume, like grammar
No.
error?
No.
Right, okay. Number five.
Yes. It depends. Like most of the time, it's just resume without cover letter. Is it true? Like because I apply like that and get jobs.
Good for you. But you should not.
Okay.
Okay, you should always have a cover letter attached to your resume. But good for you. It's important to list all your work history.
Yeah.
Not
Not all.
necessarily.
Last two.
Like we can adjust. Like if it's too long, we can adjust to one specific category, like you did for me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did that for you, but no, you don't have to list all your work history. Remember, you're writing the resume for the particular job, so we want to see mostly anything that's related to that position. If you have worked for 15 years in one job, that's okay, but if you work 2 years, you've worked total lifespan is 15 years of working, and you did 5 years here, 5 years there. Remember, maximum is 10 years? You remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so just go back 10 years. So number 7.
It's the opposite.
False.
Yeah, false.
That is false.
Yeah. And number 8?
False.
False.
Yep, that's correct. Number 9?
False.
False.
Yep, that's correct. Oh, wow, you guys are good. Number 10?
Also false.
False.
Yeah. How about 11?
You find that I'm going to each other.
That's right.
True.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
That's
not
false as
only-
well.
That
It's
is
false,
false.
not only
Yeah.
HR.
Oh, that's
Remember
a
we
false?
talked about
Okay.
when you did your hidden job market, what happened?
Oh, there's always the dragons protecting you. Is that the one?
What was that? What was that? What was that again, Taliban? You said,
Is the dragons protecting from reaching the man?
oh, the dragon protecting the boss. Okay. Yeah, but remember we said when you did your research on the company website, and you got the name of the manager, or you went on LinkedIn, you connect with someone, right? Remember?
Yes.
Right. So it's false, right? And 12?
It's okay to use template, resume, or copy someone else's. Copying is never right. Make it adjust a little bit.
It's false. You can't copy somebody, but yeah, you don't have the same experience.
Right, you can't copy someone's resume, right? Yeah, you can't copy. Hey, I'm going to take your resume. I'm just going to change the name and address. I'm going to take exactly what you've done. Hey.
It's not possible.
No. You're going to make a lot of mistakes in that interview if you did get an interview.
So,
Okay. Number 13?
False.
You shouldn't include personal information on your resume. Number 13. That is true. Because would you put your social insurance number on there?
no.
No, but
It's word it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Read it, should not.
No.
Okay, see, should not. So just
No, but things like your phone number and email.
Your phone
are
number
still
is personal, your
information.
email.
yeah. That's a contact information, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
You say so?
Contact information. Where
It's
can I
like-
reach you?
Since it's partially,
Okay, partial then. Partial. You're right. Partial. Okay, partial. We shall change that one. It's okay to lie in your resume.
Sometimes
yes.
you have to lie to get the job.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm telling
Correct
you.
answer is technically no, but you know.
But naturally,
OMG, you guys are bad. Don't lie. I'm just going to tell you. Don't try not to lie then, okay? Where are we? Number 13, number 4, sorry, we're at 14, 15?
No. Sometimes it get unnoticed, so we cannot.
anywhere between resume, you always get me the job.
False, yeah.
False.
Okay, good. You guys are doing great. Okay, should your resume exceed 2 pages?
No.
2 pages, yeah.
2
Yeah.
pages maximum.
Maximum 2 pages. So your resume should not exceed 1 page. That's false. The purpose of your resume is to get an interview, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's all about you, yes?
Yes.
It's a tool to sell your skills and experience.
Yes.
Can it be handwritten in today's world?
No.
No.
It should be typed, right?
Yes.
Time.
And you can have more than one resume.
No.
Should you sign a resume?
No.
No.
No. Is it okay to put why you left the job?
No.
No.
No. I'm sure I asked them.
Don't ever say you left the job.
I got a better job. Hey, right. The reason I leave this job is because I got a better job for more money. Okay. And a good resume does not guarantee a job.
Yes.
We also know the resume has to portray the best of your abilities and skills pertaining to that particular position.
Yes.
So if you're writing for a particular job, do not, write too much about, your other strengths and ability. Write mostly towards that position. It should include a relevant work experience. Yes. The look of the resume is not as important as the content of the resume. What do you think about that one? How the layout and the type and the
Most
font.
of the unnecessary. Like look doesn't matter much. Maybe it matters the font size. Maybe.
Yeah, it actually it tells me a little bit about you. If I get a resume that's cluttered not properly, and the layout is not there. The font size is all mixed up. The format, you use different formats, but the content is okay. Then I'm going to say you are very what?
Not
You're-
organized.
exactly. You're not organized. It is perfectly acceptable to use I on the resume,
Yes.
No.
only in the profile
Oh,
or objective.
okay.
Oh, it says throughout the resume, so no. This is a no,
No.
throughout. I forgot about throughout the resume. Employers generally read the entire resume. Do they read all of it?
No,
No.
they just scan it.
7
Okay.
seconds they will take decision whether to read or no.
So what's the most important part in your resume?
The requirements and qualifications and the experience.
Okay, you remember your resume as how many headings? It has your profile or objective, it has your summary of qualifications, and it has your work experience and your education, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all.
they look
So
at
where
the,
do they look at first?
experience most. No?
No, the summary.
Oh, summary.
Mm-hmm. That's what they look at first, the summary. So now you know. Should you include a reference when you, on your, in your with your resume? Sorry,
No. No.
no. Should you put it on the resume as well? Include it? No.
No. Upon request we can.
Yeah. Salary information?
No.
No. It must be visually pleasing to the eyes, like a lot of space, white space.
No.
No,
Your resume should be visually pleasing to the eye.
it
Yes.
depends. Yeah, the font. Yeah,
Yeah, it should be. Should you include volunteer experience?
you can include like that's an experience.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Should you include work outside of Canada?
If it's within
Yeah,
10
we can.
years, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially if it has to do with the field that you're applying to.
Absolutely. Should you write your resume or get someone else to write it for you?
No.
No, because when the interview, you don't know what's going on. Yeah,
All
it's
right,
better to write it.
Wow, you guys are,
Amazing.
That's the word I was looking for. Amazing, amazing, wonderful. Alrighty, so you guys know all about resume. So now you're pros now. All pros. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. So now we are going to talk about cover letter. I'm kind of go fast through this because I want you to write a cover letter today, okay? So I'm going to rush through the handouts, rush through the presentation. So I'll give you enough time so you can put your cover letter together.
Okay.
Alrighty, so what am I looking at? I did that one. Now, you have this in your handout. So a cover letter will open doors, and your cover letter must shine. It must shine. Your cover letter is an introduction of you to an employer. Employers, large organizations, government, big companies, always look at your cover letter first, and then they go on to your resume. So if the cover letter doesn't speak to them in the way about your skills and abilities and a little bit about who you are, they're not even going to bother to look at the resume. Okay? So you must have a cover letter. It must be warm. It must be friendly. It must to the point of what you're applying for. And it will entice the employer to know, hey, this is a great candidate. Let me have a look at at their resume. If the cover letter is written badly, doesn't speak to the job, doesn't tell them a little bit about who Ash is he passionate for this kind of work? Is he able to communicate well, both written and orally? Then, and he's applying for a job, for this type of position, then they're not going to bother to read the rest of the application. You got it? Your cover letter must be also one page. It cannot be more than one page. It must have a lot of white space on it. The layout has to be very attractive, just like your resume, one font size, and you must have paragraphs in the resume. I do have handouts for you, and we're going to go through them, and I'll give you some examples of what I have. Alrighty? So, this was written by someone in the daycare industry, Sylvia Brown. And if you could take a moment to read it, don't take too long. I'm going to rush you today. So take a moment to read that, and we'll move on.
Can you scroll up, please?
Yes. Are we all? Can I move up, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, can I scroll up? Can I scroll up? Yep. Move on. Okay. So I highlighted this error for you because it's really very important. Okay, so you see where it says that even if your resume is outstanding, if the cover letter is not good, they're not going to look at it. Let me know when you want to move on. Okay, I'm going to move up.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, everyone?
Yes.
See how crucial it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Can I interject here?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Taliban mentioned that that you can send a resume out without a cover letter. So we talk about the ATS. Remember the ATS, the scannable system?
Yes.
Yeah. So even they don't ask for you to upload your cover letter, you should.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to. Does anyone know how to do this? How to upload a cover letter and resume together?
You can compress, I think, together.
Thank you. What you do, you are going to create a file, and what you're going to do, you're going to copy and paste your cover letter first and your resume below that.
Oh, okay.
That's what you do. So because you're going to only have one attachment, they said upload the document. But because you want to send your cover letter along with your resume, you're going to make it into one doc, okay?
Okay.
And everyone should remember this. If it's a scannable, if you know that whomever you're applying to is going to use an ATS system or which is an upload, most of them that upload is they're going to scan you anyway. Then make it one document. One document. Don't forget, because you're not allowed to upload two documents. You got it?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, one document. So copy paste both documents in one in one. Okay. So your cover letter must be written by you. It can't be Ash writing the cover letter for Taliban. Right? Taliban has to write his own cover letter.
Yes.
But it's about you. Okay. So your personality can come through. Okay, let's scroll up. I think there's just a few other things that we need to read here. Oh, can I go this far?
Yes.
So I know that some of us don't have much accomplishment, and that's okay. That's okay. But if you have done something outstanding, like you were able to resolve an issue with your coworker. A coworker was struggling with something and you were able to help them. You may want to put that, right? Your accomplishment, right? Something that you have done. You may want to put that to add value. Okay. So read on. I'm going to scroll up. Okay, can I scroll up or not yet?
You can scroll up.
Yeah, you can scroll up.
All right. Okay, guys. So you see where she says here, in your resume, you're just going to say what you did on the job, right? It's not going to give them more about Mofid. No. But in the cover letter, you can make sentences about you. So the resume cannot provide that, but the cover letter can. That's what she's saying right here. Okay, I think that's the end of it. And this is from George Brown College. They actually use this. Because when they're doing their cover letter for their students, this is what they're teaching them. Okay, are you all done?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now you know the importance of a cover letter. Are you guys ready to write your cover letter?
Yes.
Yes.
I already wrote one. If you wanna look at it.
I will have to look at it at break time.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I'm going to now I'm going to briefly go into the presentation, and of course you can let me know if you want to have any questions as I go through, and then I'm going to go through the handouts with you and afterwards. So I'll stop sharing here, and then I'm going to share the presentation with you. Cover letter setup, cover letter. Yeah. Okay. So yes, Taliban, cover letter still matters. Okay, it still matters. Okay, alrighty. So what is a cover letter? Now that you've read all what I had on the screen there, what is a cover letter?
It's actually tailored to what the company is looking for.
Okay, good. Anyone else would like to add?
No, I think that covers it.
Okay, it's a part of your application process, yeah?
Yes.
Right. It can tell the reader what's not on your resume, but more about you as a person, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's a part of your application process. So it says here, is an intro to a potential a potential employee. It's very important as a first step process. It will get the reader's attention if it's well written. An incentive for the reader to learn more about you as an individual and what you bring to them. What is it that I'm offering? Remember, when you're doing an application, it's not about what you have done over the years. Is how you're applying for this position So what is it you're bringing to the company, so the reader can learn more about you and what you have to offer. In an immediate gauge of the applicant's ability to be clear, concise, creative, and articulate. Right? Let's move on. So let me just move this out of the way. I am going to go into the cover letter setup. So I'm going to stop sharing here for a moment and bring up your cover letter setup handout, okay? So let me find that. And I'm going to share that. So here is the cover letter setup. How you should really and truly set up your cover letter. Your name, address, phone number, and email, just like on your resume. You can even copy and paste it, but all of your letter is left aligned, okay? It's left aligned. You need to put the date on there, very, very important. The person you're sending the letter to, the person's title, the company name, and full address. You're going to put regarding the position that you're applying for, job posting, the title, and you remember that reference number on some of the Indeed jobs? When we were doing the job search, there was some numbers that pop up.
Yes.
So you want to put that right there.
Okay.
Dear receiver name, Mr., Miss, or Miss, whatever, you want to put that there. If you do not have a name of a person that you want to send a letter to, you could put Dear Hiring Manager. Never put To Whom It May Concern. That goes in what pile is it go? It goes again, Taliban?
Pardon me.
Garbage.
What's the question again?
If you put to whom it may concern, where is this letter going and your application?
Hiring HR department.
No. It's going to go to the trash can.
Oh,
I
yeah.
Okay, so you can put, if you do not have the contact information of the person you're sending the letter to, the receiver name would be Human Resources Department, and you don't, it would be no title because you don't have a title, the company name, and their hiring manager. Are you guys writing this down? Because I don't have a copy of that to give you.
Yes.
Okay? The first paragraph, you're going to show your interest. Refer to where you saw the ad or how you heard about the job. If you're referred to the job by someone, you want to state the person's name. Okay? If you have contact in the company or someone that you know is to receive, include the name. Ms. So-and-so referred me to the position. Okay? You want to say, this is how so your first paragraph is, how did you learn about this position? Where did you see the ad? Right? This is a very first position. Okay, very first paragraph, sorry. And here's an example. Is it this too small, or you want me to make it bigger?
I can read it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Perfect. Thanks, Omalar. So here's an example. Omalar, can you read that for me, the example?
Your recent advertisement in the Toronto Star of an account manager interests me as my experience matches your requirements. IT manager Lisa Wong suggested that I forward you my resume.
Okay. So that is an example. You could use whatever example, what you want to write there, but this is just an example. Then you have the second paragraph. Must be interesting and relevant to the position. You must state clearly how your qualifications, skills, experience can help you meet the organization's needs. Okay, very careful, very straightforward here. And here's an example. Tilburn, can you read the example for me?
Okay. The second one, right? Okay. The summary of my strength include do not copy and paste from your resume.
Thank you.
Yeah. 2 years experience implementing and monitoring corporations' health and safety programs at the city of Mississauga. Promoted and supported health and safety issues for IGA.
Okay, these are just some examples. So that's your second paragraph. And your third paragraph, which is your last paragraph, is a thank the receiver, state how you will follow up, and you must follow up, okay? Leave a number where you can be reached. Here's an example. Alicia, can you read that for me?
Alice.
Okay.
Alice.
The last paragraph, can you read the example for me?
Yeah. I welcome the opportunity to meet you to discuss my background and credentials.
Okay.
Sincerely.
Okay, right.
Okay.
So when you looking at this letter, what do you think? What comes to mind? Mufi?
It's like it gives idea.
I'm sorry, I missed the first word.
No, it gives an idea to the person about the candidate, like what he has done, and then he's get a brief introduction about this. everything is clear.
Very clear.
Yeah.
And the layout is very
Yeah.
simple, but it's to the point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not mumble jumble. It is in paragraphs, and it's telling the reader, hey, this is what I can do for you, right? Here's something about me. How I can do the job because I have previous work experience. Definitely. Okay, so you're going to use this format to write your cover letter, and it's in your inbox. Okay, I'm going to move on to the continuation of the presentation. So don't do this. Don't send a resume without a cover letter. Don't verbatim the information on your resume. Like, on your resume, you have the bullets, right? Don't copy and paste it. Don't do that on your cover letter. Instead, elaborate an important point or introduce new information which can be specifically interested to the employer. We know not to mention salary unless there is a specific request to do so. Now, if there is a request on the job ad or their posting that please state your salary requirement, you want to put that on your cover letter. And you have to word it in a way, just don't say that. Remember, salary, we said to use a what?
Range.
Thank you. Oh, you're very good. Yes, you use a range. Okay? And you're going to make a sentence out of that. You're going to have to put a sentence. I would say 95% of employers do not ask for a salary, do not put their salary requirement on their job app. It's never there. So it's 1 in 5% of them will do that. Okay, so don't make it more than 1 page. So never write a 2-page cover letter. It will not be read.
Yes.
So here's a checklist. You see this? It must have the current date. If you miss the date, that's something I look for as a HR person. They always look for the date. That's the first little thing they start looking for. Oh, the date is missing. I ain't gonna read the rest of it. Is it addressed to a specific person? Does it state how you heard about the job? You must say that. Does the spacing or font make it easy to read? Once font, white space on your cover letter. It has to be 1 page. And it must include your qualifications that they're asking for. And the qualifications would be found on the requirements of that job posting. Remember?
Yes.
Yes. Oh boy, you guys learned a lot. Jeez. You're so good. Is the grammar correct? Never. If you send a cover letter with grammar errors on it, what's going to happen to it, Ash?
Sorry, repeat the question.
If you sent a letter that has grammar errors on it, what's going to happen to the letter?
Oh, it's going right in the trash.
Oh, the garbage bin. Yep. Okay. It's not concise. It's mumble jumble. So we're going to make it clear, concise, to the point, and it's going to be warm with some of your attributes in there, and you're going to feel good when you're done writing that letter. Does it suggest some knowledge of the organization where you're applying to? You can definitely say something like that. And I can give you an idea how to do that part. It wasn't in the layout. Is it neat and clean, visually attractive with lots of white spaces? You see this white space? Now, we can electronically sign our letters, right? Yes. But if you don't have DocuSign or one of those application, it's okay to just type your name.
Yes.
It's perfectly fine. Just type Taliban and the last name, okay? Perfectly fine. Do you have a copy of your records? You must have a copy of your letter. That's right? Okay. Alrighty, so now we're finished with cover letters. I am going to take you through any questions about cover letter, by the way. Let me just jog your memory here. What are the do's on a cover letter?
You should include address, phone number, and
Position
today's
applying
date.
to.
And then you have to look at the requirements of a job, and you have to show them what you have done, like that show that you have the requirements.
Yes. And how you can add what? If I say, okay, here's a line I'm going to use. I'm writing a cover letter and I put, based on my skill, work experience, I believe I would be an ideal candidate for this position. What am I adding? Value.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't forget that little thing, value. What are you offering to me? That's the first question or second question an employer is asking in themselves. What is this person bringing? What do they have to offer? How can I benefit from hiring this person? Right? They're asking themselves that. So make sure you add value. What am I going to offer the company? You know? Based on my skills and experience, I believe I'll be an ideal candidate to this organization. Or you could put, given the opportunity to work at ABC company, I can contribute to the organization, whatever department you're applying for, or I can contribute significantly to this position. Okay? Add value. Okay, so here we have some other types of letters, and I know this may sound as if, nowadays people are not going to be looking at these letters, but not so direct employers, but mostly recruiters, okay? HR department. So we have response to an ad, marketing letter, thank you letter, response to rejection letter. So, and they're all in your inbox, and I'll go through them with you, but let me finish up this here. So a response to an ad would be a letter that is sent in response to an advertisement, of course. You could be, this can come from a job bank, company website, newspaper, association websites. On this particular letter, you want to outline your skills in relation to what the employer is requesting. So don't send out form letters, the same letter to different ads. You shouldn't do that, but a lot of people do it. Totally, I've seen them doing it, so yeah. What is a marketing letter? A marketing letter is sent out when there isn't a position necessarily available. You are asking for future opportunity, okay? That may be coming up. Can take the form of a referral letter, a cold call follow-up, targeted companies. I want to get into RBC. They don't have any position posted at the time. However, I'm going to write a marketing letter to them, introduce myself and my skill sets, and see if they're, will have a look at it and call me in or maybe give me a call back. So this is what you use a marketing letter for. When there isn't a position advertised, you want to get into a particular organization or industry, and you just write into them to see, if there's anything out there. You are not asking for a job, but you are asking for information, okay? Use when you are targeted. I said that. You want to get your foot in the door. Okay, I'm not going to repeat myself. Okay, so see the difference between a response to advertisement and a marketing letter. Yeah, you see the difference. Okay. A thank you letter. This is something that an employer looks favorable on, by the way. If I met with you with Morpheed for an interview, and you had a great interview with this, I had a great interview with Morpheed, and about 2 hours later, I got in my inbox a thank you letter from him, thanking me for the time spent in the interview, right? It is always sent after an interview. Even if you don't feel great about the interview, it can be the breaking point, the make or break point for an employer or a recruiter. It shows that, hey, this person knows what they're doing here. A thank you letter, I'm impressed here. Thank the person for their time and makes you stand out amongst. Because the letter makes you stand out amongst other candidates. You are jogging the person's memory as well. Very, very important. I met 10, 15 people today for an interview, but I only got one thank you letter. What's going to happen in my mind?
You're going to appreciate the one who sent.
And I'm going to remember the person's name, and I'm going to go and look at his resume, or I'm going to go back and review the interview information. It's going to force me to do that. Okay, so never ever forget to send your thank you letter after an interview, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, okay, we're almost done here. Now, there were 5,000 applicants for maybe 10 positions. So they took the 10 best candidates, and you were among the ones that they didn't take. So the company, a lot of government organizations, they do this. We call it rejection letter, but it's not written that way. A letter, you have response to rejection letter. So they write and say that, I'm so sorry, but you were not selected for the position that you have applied for. However, we will keep your application on file for the next 90 days. Okay? Thank you, HR department. A letter, you can write a response to the rejection letter. Okay? So it shows that you are professional. It makes you stand out amongst other people who are not chosen. And many times the person that was chosen does not work out. They have to rehire again. Are they going to look at the letter that you sent to them?
Yes.
More than likely. Okay. Okay, so any questions about the letters? Marketing letter, thank you letter, rejection letter, how to write your cover letter. Okay. All
Can
right.
I ask a question?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it compulsory that you must send a cover letter with your resume?
Yes, you have to send it along with your resume.
Wow.
Yeah. So
And then, what if that job you're applying for, you don't have, like me, when you don't have experience in the job? So how do you write the cover letter?
yes, so you are going to write the cover letter based on the qualifications that they have. And if you don't have previous work experience, you're going to talk about your soft skills in the letter, your compassion you have to work with elderlies, that you are very attentive. All of those things you want to put in the letter. You may not, this could be and same thing with Taliban. He's going into a different field, right? You don't have past experience in this particular field. However, you have these transferable skills that you can bring to the plate, okay?
To the job, okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let me quickly share with you some of the handout. And where did I put the handouts? So I'm going to share with you your handout, and I'm going to just take you through it. And then after coffee break, you guys are going to start putting your letters together. Sounds like fun?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Can you see my generic cover letter template?
No, we can't right now. We can just see the list of files.
Yeah. Oh, geez. My file. Ooh. So minimize that. And how about now?
Yes, we can see now.
Alrighty, so here's a generic cover letter template. And with this one, you can put, your personal information up here again, your address and all of that, right? Then don't forget the date, the recipient name, all of that. Same thing like what we did, the position, and, your salutation here. I would be delighted to use my. So now, here's the letter that you don't have. You're applying for a position that, you don't have previous work experience in this area. And you can just fill it. I would be delighted to use my, whatever skills and my passion and caring personality.
Skills.
Yeah.
Okay.
As well as my whatever skills provide. It's just a template.
Okay.
It's not my favorite. Not something that that speaks to me very loudly, but you can use it if you wish. Okay. So here you're going to say that over the past number of years, I've worked in a particular field where I provided so and so. And I've also possessed solid experience in other areas, which I use, and I'm proficient in, Microsoft Office and additional information. My knowledge of PSW work, along with my, my knowledge with other areas that you have, along with my my personal attributes. Or these are your abilities, will definitely be a value to your position. So I prefer the other template which I gave you. However, you could use this one. It's not my favorite. Anyone is going to be using this one? I think they're going to be using this one. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this because it's not my favorite. This is just a general one, okay? So let us look at a good cover letter. That's So here's an example of a good cover letter. Can you guys see this?
Not yet.
No.
No.
Gosh. All right, I've got to close some application on my phone. I'm on my computer. Just a sec, please.
Okay.
Alrighty, here we go. Can you see that one now? Good cover letter.
Not yet loading.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It's loading.
Let me close some other ones because I think I have too many. Alrighty, I'm going to stop and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to share. How about now?
Yeah, we are seeing something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now good? Yeah.
Yeah.
They are hiring manager. Yeah.
Okay. Which one am I showing you? So here's a copy of a good cover letter that you should have in your inbox. So this person does not know who they're sending the letter to. You can address it to the HR department. Of course, what we talked about, the position, title, reference when applicable, dear hiring manager. And you can read this for yourself. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. So although the template says 3 paragraphs, you can make it into 4 paragraphs, and that's okay because I have a lot of white space on here and it's a 1-pager. So have a moment and take a moment and have a read at this. This one is, I think a newcomer wrote this.
Well, what makes you think that a newcomer wrote it?
Because the training and mentoring. See this?
Oh yeah, I see.
So most newcomers, we always put them into a mentoring program. So an individual who's coming in with previous work experience in a particular industry, we always attach them to a mentor who can help them along in their particular industry. And Murphy, there's lots of mentorship out there, tons.
Yeah.
A lot. Okay, so I'm sharing this with you, and I do have another one to share with you. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing here and then show you the next one. Okay, so here's another one, which is really good. The setup is a little bit different. They center this. Personally, I like to see it left justification on a cover letter. Okay? But if you want to do center, you could. But the modern way is, it's a letter, right? If you're writing a letter to your mom, not your mom, but someone, wouldn't you do it left justification? Yeah?
Yes, left.
The modern way is really left justification. But here's a very good one too. And this one has the job ID number. You see that?
Yes.
And you can underline it, definitely. And I'll just show the entire thing. So it's saying, please accept this letter and attach resume for my formal application for the above position as posted on the website of the Canadian Technical Employment Network. There we go. This is where I saw the position. And if you look down the bottom here, there is some achievement there. Won several contracts for the partnership. You saw that? Achievements are in there.
Mm-hmm.
This individual is very forward thinking, in the sense where I said, I will call you next week.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very forward thinking. So you can definitely do that if you think that you're qualified, you have what they're looking for, you've spoken to him, Miss Carl, right? To her, sorry, to her. And you said, oh, by the way, I will call you next Tuesday. And that is going to force a response from Miss Carl, because she's going to say, absolutely, give me a shout, or Tuesday is not good for me, right? You're forcing the person now to respond to you.
Yes.
If you don't want to put this last paragraph in there, you would want to thank the person for their time, and that you look forward to hearing from them, and they can contact you on your phone number or your email address. If you don't want to be so upfront and saying that I'm going to do this, you want to say thank you and move forward for their to contact you. You have this in your Google Drive, and you can use some words from it. That's okay, but don't copy paste. Okay, you're going to write the letter for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Can I stop sharing here? Because it's your coffee break time.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we will break for coffee. We'll be back at 11:30.
Okay.
Okay. Lana,
Yes.
I won't be back. Can I send it to you once I'm done?
Yeah, sure. Just put it in your box, and I will I'm going to review it tomorrow, so I will definitely have a look. And did you get a chance to look at the career intermediate goal assignments?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll
So
do it tonight also. I'll do them also. It's all right.
Alrighty. Okay. So I guess I'll see you on Monday then, right? For sure.
Yes.
Alrighty. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey Siri, set an alarm at 11:30 a.m.
Okay, dokie. Are we back?
I am. I'm not sure about the others.
I'm here.
Okay. We're back. Okay. I just want to quickly show you something about how, you can reply to emails or to send an email. Okay. What you may want to say. Of course, you don't have to use it, but it's just some examples. If you sent an application for a job and you haven't heard from them, I would suggest you wait at least 2 weeks before you send a follow-up email, okay? And this is what you may want to say right here. Let me just make this a bit bigger. Okay. You want to, because we're doing, we're doing in the hidden job market search. We know the name of the person. We have gone and researched their email address and all of that. And now you're going to send an email to that particular individual that you sent the application to. So here you can say something like this. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can say something like that. Okay, so it is a good thing to do. A very good thing to do. You've sent an application to IBM or Aviva, and you haven't heard anything in 2 weeks. I would do a follow-up email to let them know that I'm still very interested in the position. Okay, very, very important that you do this. Okay, so that's something you have it in your drive. And then you want to say thank you for after the job interview. So this is what you may want to say, and I'll make that bigger for you as well. Okay. And you want to make sure, when you're sending an email, you always say, especially with somebody that you've applied to or somebody you've met for an interview, you want to say something like, in best regards or warm regards, or close it off nicely, right? You're just not going to put your name at the bottom of the email. So this is how you could say that after meeting for a job interview. And this is a thank you email. Okay. We can move on.
Yep.
All of this is in your Google Drive. All of it is in there. Okay, you want to follow up on a job interview. That's you can click into Alison Green recommends this email. Okay, and this is another format. An example you could use. I'll just make that bigger for you. So you've been communicating with this person and they say they want to move forward with the position. So all you want to do here is to check in with them and let them know that you're still very interested in the role. You have been talking to this person. Remember, this is not your first email. You've been communicating with this person via email. Okay?
Is this in which folder, Laura? I'm just trying to get that.
This is in your letters. The letters, different letters. I can't remember the name of it. Marketing letters, there we go. There is a file folder I dropped in it, and in the folder you'll have all of these.
That cover letter and marketing?
Marketing letter, that's where they are, yeah.
That handout?
In the handout?
Sample cover letter setup, career coach, bad cover letter, email cover letter template.
Yeah. That's the one email letter cover letter template. It's all in that particular folder.
I got it.
Okay, great. They're all there. So here we have, you're using LinkedIn, okay? You set up your account, you have your profile on there, and you are going on LinkedIn to do some email. So LinkedIn is a great place to discover new connections. We all know that, correct? And advance your careers.
Yeah.
So, hi Rick, we met briefly on Delta Leadership Conference. You met him on Zoom or Google Chat, whatever it may be. And you want to send him an email to make connection with that person. You're connecting with someone here. And make that bigger for you, for those of us who's going to be using LinkedIn. So you could say something like this. Oops, sorry. This is making connections, okay? You need an intro. Very, very great statement and things to do while you are job searching. LinkedIn, everyone should really, establish a LinkedIn profile, set up a basic account. It's a great connecting tool, one of the best. So you want to introduce yourself to someone new. Here we go. Sometimes we do not have a contact on LinkedIn, and you just need to send what we call a cold email. So Mofid researched this individual at that particular company. There's no connection, and you send in a cold email. We call it cold, okay? So here's an example of what you can say. Okay. All right, so you're reaching out to Elizabeth. You were in the Boston, but you never met Elizabeth, okay? So you can say something like this. You've met someone on a LinkedIn or another platform, and you want to make a connection for an informational interview. You may want to say something like this. What is an informational interview, by the way?
Gathering information.
Thank you. And you want to name the person, you want to say all of this. Are we okay? Can I move on?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. If you want to thank a new contact or just someone who has helped you along the way, you could say something like this. A thank you to Steve. Okay. If you did someone think of yourself, you helped someone along the way, and you never heard from that person anymore. You're not even a thank you. How would you, and that person reach out to you maybe a year later, would you continue to help that person?
Pardon, can you repeat the question?
You helped someone a year ago. The person didn't even say thank you. Never heard from the individual. And then a year later, you heard from that person because they also now need another favor. What would you do? How do you feel? Would you continue to help?
Helping is basically we do something without expectations. So
Yes, some people are like that, and I'm like that too. I mean, I put things aside. Even just a personal level, I put it aside and say, hey, it doesn't take anything out of me to help them along. But in the professional world, it is good to say thank you. Okay? It's very good to say thank you. So you're thanking, okay? Just remember, it doesn't take anything out of you to say thanks. And this is about LinkedIn again, and I think only Mofid has LinkedIn. Am I correct? Ash, do you have LinkedIn?
I do, but I don't really use it.
Oh, you don't use it. Okay, but if you plan to use it, you could do this email. If you want someone to recommend you on LinkedIn. I know Lorna, and Lorna knows someone else, right? But I want Lorna to recommend me to that person, then you could say something like this.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, you could say something like that. Okay, now you're asking someone for a reference on email. You want to say something like that, okay? Because we know we need to get references done for our job search. And you could say something like that, this that I'm going to put up here. You're asking the person to be a reference for you for your job. Okay, so if you want to I'm sending you this email, hope that hope that you will be a reference for me during my job search. So if you've worked with a company before, and you're with a past coworker, Dilban, and those references that you have put together, they're all past co-workers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can do a phone call if you prefer, or an email. So you could say something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the end of it. It's under email cover letter templates. You can copy and change it up to suit you, but you could do word for word, and that's okay. Alrighty, it's just an email. Now, anyone can tell me you're applying for a job, you have your cover letter done, and you have your resume done, and you have made your contact with the person. You don't really know this person, but you got a contact information, and now you send in your application to that person, and you're going to do it via email. How would you start that email?
Sorry, can you repeat that again? Sorry.
You are applying for a job, and you're sending your application via email to the individual. What would you say in the email, and how do you start the email? What is the structure of the email? Anyone? It's okay to make mistakes, you know. Don't be afraid. Mofi, do you want to give it a try?
Just looking on that email templates, which one will suit for that?
No, it's not there.
Okay.
You are applying for a position, and you have researched the person, the company, you got their name,
Okay.
you've written your cover letter directly to that individual, and now you are sending your application to that individual.
Okay.
Just tell me how you'd send, what would you say in that email? How would you start it?
We can say that I found your contact in the LinkedIn, and I'm following you in LinkedIn, and you have accepted my invitation. If it's so, there's nobody in that we can follow, and then they can accept whether to follow or no. So based on that, I can say that you have accepted me in LinkedIn. So therefore, I'm sending my, I got to know that there is a opening in your organization. So I'm sending my CV and the resume and the cover letter.
Okay. Alrighty. Good. All right. Anyone else would like to try, Ash?
No, I don't have a clue on this one.
Okay. That's all right too. Tilvan?
Yeah, same. Not much idea.
Okay. Alrighty. So when you are writing an email, first of all, in the subject line, very, very important, everyone. Let me just open up the email. Okay, let me stop sharing here. Excuse me. Let's save that. Alrighty, I want someone to open up an email. Anyone can open it up. Mofi, can you open up your email and share your screen? So you have it. You can save it after we finish talking. That's the reason. That's the reason.
Stop.
I'm going to give you access.
Can see it?
Yeah, okay, I can see. Okay. So you're going to put, you don't have to write it to whomever. In the subject line, everyone, you're going to put application for the sales representative, technical sales representative. You are going to put what you're applying for. Okay. What? Because as an HR person, an individual working, your time is limited at work. We have so much to do. And if there is no subject line, most times, personally me, I don't read the email. You need to tell me what you're writing about. You need to say why you're writing, okay? So your subject line, you must always complete it. You're going to, in your job search, I think 99% of the times, you're going to be sending an email to the company.
Can we put if there is any reference number also here?
Yes, put your reference number. There we go. Now we are going to write, because I've never met you before in person, I'm going to put the word dear. You see, it makes a difference. And say hi, and I put dear, and you could leave the person's name. You want to start with something like, I hope your day is going well. I trust you're having a good day. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, this particular email is that you research the person. Doesn't have to be LinkedIn, just your research, right? Oops. Okay. Okay, and you're going to, I hope your day's going well, okay? In reference to the position posted for whatever it may be. Whatever the position is. And no, you're not going to make a different paragraph. It's the same paragraph. You don't have to, because an email should be short and friendly. You don't want a lot of reading. So make it in the same line. Don't change the line. So bring reference up, because I'm not going to be reading a whole day. Space. Okay. Enclosed, please find my application. You don't have to put resume and cover letter. Or attached, please find my application. You can use either or. Or it could be attached is my application. You can choose. Same grammar is the same thing. That was my. Oh, you want to put cover letter and resume? Okay, that's fine too. For your review. Period. Now, next line. I hope, I
hope we have written already. So.
Yeah, I know, I have to find another word. I trust. My skills and experience meet the qualifications let's stay right there for the position, comma, and I look forward to hearing from you in the near future, or very near future, doesn't. Done. Okay. There you go. Thanks in advance. Best regards, or best whatever, or regards. No, next line. Regards, Mufate. Okay, that's it. You see how short it is?
Simple.
And simple, and isn't it to the point?
Yes.
Yeah. So this one was not in your inbox, by the way. So
You want me to save this in?
Save it, yeah.
Yes, I think it's done.
You want me to send via that message or something so that everyone can copy?
Yeah. Make sure all the typos are correct. Like the word "I" is.
No, that is all correct, but sometimes.
Just clean it up a little bit. Representative, technical, covering, and it's not covering, it's cover letter.
Cover letter.
It's called cover letter, not covering.
Okay.
Okay, good. There we go. That not changing.
Just send a message to everyone so that they can copy and keep this.
Okay.
Okay. You guys see how simple it is? Just put it in the chat, right? You can do it. Okay. Perfect.
Everyone got this? Check your chat. You can save and keep it.
Yep, it popped up for me.
Okay.
Okay. Omalar, you know how to do your chat? More feet.
We'll start again today.
Computer skills.
Now you can see down, there is one chat like this. You can just click on that.
Right.
In your Zoom.
Okay, in my Zoom. Okay, drop into the Zoom.
Yeah, in the Zoom you see like this chat.
I know that. Oh, wow, you said that one, not that one.
So now, do you guys know how to do attachment?
I've seen it.
I think Omalar is an expert now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just attach your document. Now, with an email, guys, you can do your cover letter separate and your resume separate. That's okay.
Okay. Excuse me now.
Yeah?
Yeah. When do you type this kind of letter? When do you send this kind of letter?
When you have gotten the name of the person you're sending the application to and the person's email. That's when you would send it.
And the person is what?
You got the person's name and email address.
Okay.
Right? So that's when you would send you would send the application directly to them.
Okay. After sending it, so just to back up the things you have sent.
No, this is the first application you're doing to this person.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, with your cover letter and resume. All right. That's it. All right.
Okay, and you do your attachment. You do your attachment, make sure it's there, and you just hit send, and off you go. So your attachment is that little, you see where the finger is, where Mofi touches. Yeah, you do the attachment from there.
Okay.
And we're off to a good start. So everybody, that's how you would do that. And you can do, you can send an email, as we said, if you have a referral from someone. So for those of us, Lorna referred me to you for this position as, the name of the company. Enclose or attach, please find my application or my resume and cover letter. I do look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. You're done. So your emails should in the workplace, and I think those of us who have worked in a capacity where you have to send a lot of emails, you don't send a long email. If you have to send a very long email, instead of doing a long email, you just do attachments, okay? Attach other documents to it. No one is going to read a long epistle of emails. So emails should be short, to the point, and at the end, thank them, okay? Or hope to see you soon, or best regards, whatever you want to put. So that's it. We are good. We are good to move forward. And now you're going to write your cover letter. Okay, so Mofit, you can stop sharing now. Thank you.
Okay.
Alrighty, so now you're going to write your cover letter. I'm going to give you have 15 minutes, it's now 12, to start the layout. I'm right here. You can share with me. I'm going to make everybody share with me, so everyone is going to make a co-host. And so you can share with me if you'd like to share with me. And we will try to complete this cover letter today. Possible? Is this possible?
Awesome.
Possible, yes, I like that. Be positive.
I have completed, so once others started, you can just have a look.
Oh, okay, you did yours. And Taliban, you did yours as well?
Yes, I completed.
Oh, you did. Okie dokie, I'm going to have a look. Can I openly speak to you about this, Taliban? I have Talibans open.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I'm going to close mine and I want you to open